given more than 4 icebreakers out of the 4th or 5th Confident Communicator Manual. His speech will be 4 to 6 minutes. Do you want more in life? If I told you that it's possible, you can have it all. Impossible, you say? Today, Jason Frame is going to use stories from his past to prove that even the impossible is really possible. Jason Frame is a multipreneur, meaning he owns many different companies. He has successfully spoken before and entertained more than 1 million to date, and has spent many years training, researching, and studying in the fields of economics, business, philosophy, theology, and psychology. Please help me welcome Jason Frame in his speech entitled, My Toastmaster Experience.
My Toastmaster Experience. This came to be at Waxhaw this morning. I got asked a tabletop question to describe what I would say for a potential candidate to join Toastmasters. I kind of gave a brief synopsis of how I joined Toastmasters. For those of you who don't know, I've only been in Toastmasters about 1.5 years. That's it. In that time, I've completed many CCs. I've got my ACS, which is my Advanced Communicator Silver, my Bronze first, and then Silver after that. I've done many speeches. Over that time, I also became a professional speaker. I'd say professional just because it sounds good. And a pastor. And I've given sermons now. We're going to go back in time. Way back, and you will remember this possibly. We're going to talk the early 2000s. It was on TV all the time. That's what caught my attention. Here was this guy from the other room, big tall guy, big teeth, talking about, you can have it all. You can have personal power. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody?
Tony Robbins.
Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins. And so I right away grabbed my credit card, and I bought the same thing, just like Brendan Bouchard did, and several other people. They got his course. I listened to it. I got excited. I started sharing it with my friends. They're like, oh, you should do this. You could be a speaker. Not going to happen. But I shared it with my friends. Over the next few years, I thought, you know what? I could do that. I'd hear a speaker, I'd hear a preacher, and I'd say, that was good. I'd write notes about what was good, what I liked about it. I said, I could do this, but no. It wasn't until about 1.5 years ago I was watching YouTube. Now, I like to play audio programs in my car, motivational stuff in my car. I like to have something on YouTube playing while I work. And Les Brown, anybody know who Les Brown is? If you don't know, he's the big black guy who says, you gotta be hungry. And he makes everybody, that's Les Brown. Well, he was talking about being hungry. And he said, this is Les Brown talking, I could do what that guy's doing. And so I joined Toastmasters. I paused it. I said, wait a second, Toastmasters. I went through my goal list because I keep a lot of goals. I run a lot of companies. And I said, oh, Toastmasters. So I found the Toastmaster website. I found the absolute first available meeting, which happened to be in Valentine that night. I went that night. I showed up and didn't have a clue what it was all about. I'm listening. I signed up on the spot. I liked it. I told them I want my first speech next week. They said, seriously? I guess most people don't do it that way. I jump in. I want my first speech next week. Okay. They scheduled me for my second one the week after. You can do that. So I showed up. Now, at this time, I didn't have any speaking ability, I would say. I didn't use the stage like I'm using the stage now. I didn't have gestures. I didn't have pauses to let things sink in. At the time, I didn't know that the average person speaks 100 words a minute. I didn't know that. I had my speech written down. Icebreakers 4 to 6. I had 1,300 words. And I got them all in 5.5 minutes. Like this the whole time. My knees were shaking, you couldn't see. And I'd love for you, those of you joining Toastmasters, who are thinking about joining, I'm on Ustream someplace, my first speech. I needed a day. My knees were shaking and I'm reading as fast as I possibly can. I got them all in. I was scared out of my mind. The dry mouth, the shaking, the sweating, the whole 9 yards. But I got through it. I gave my next speech. Better. My next speech. Better. And on and on and on. By the 8th speech, I got the worst evaluation I've ever had in my life to date. My 8th speech in the Copy Communicator. That was perfect, Jason. I don't have anything wrong to say. Thank you. Well, that doesn't help. Obviously, I'm not perfect. Well, thank you. But at first, I was like, yes, he's got it right. But then again, I was like, wait a second, I don't have it all down. Because my 9th speech should have been even more perfect, but it wasn't. But I stuck with it. I've become a president of several Toastmasters. I'm a member of 4 of them right now. I was at a meeting this morning. I was at a meeting Wednesday. I'm all over the place because I just love this stuff. But she talked about how the impossible can happen. Today, now I mentioned that I listen to audio programs and motivational stuff to get me excited and pumped up all the time. Today I was having a rough time in between Waxhaw meeting this morning and here. So I started listening to somebody. That was motivational. I'm like, man, that's good. That is really good. You hit the nail on the head. You know who it was? Me. One of my websites had an issue. We got it fixed today, and it's my motivational speaking website. And I just started clicking on videos to make sure everything worked, and I was like, that's good. That's really good. I said that. And I was pumped up and excited. Something I never thought I could do a year and a half ago. Without talking 13 words a minute or 13,000 words a minute. It was unbelievable. Without having the pauses, I didn't have any of that stuff. It was something that, I don't know if it'd be useful or not. And it has opened up a world of possibilities to me. In fact, it's become a whole nother business for me. So join Toastmasters. And for the motivator, this coach here, you're in the right place. Absolutely.